Hey guys, what's up? So for today's video, we're going to talk about the Poco X3 GT. It is worth it on 2022? Let's find out. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me if the Poco X3 GT is good enough. There's a lot of competition right now because Poco X4 GT came out and basically they are the same price like the early bird price of Poco X4 GT and etc. Now, first we're going to talk about the basic specs of the Poco X3 GT. Poco X3 GT got 6.6 inches IPS LCD 1080p punch-hole display with 100 refresh rate with HDR10 and 450 nits of brightness. Powered by MediaTek Dimensity 1100 6nm processor, flagship level of performance for the price. For the rear camera, it got 64MP wide plus 8MP ultra-wide plus 2MP macro. It can shoot up to 4K 30fps, 1080p 30fps, 60 and 120fps for the smooth video. Now, for the front camera, it got 16MP wide angle. Now, for the build quality of Poco X3 GT, it got Corning Gorilla Victus on the screen and plastic back. That's are the basic specs of the Poco X3 GT. Now, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of this phone. It's based on my opinion, please understand it. My first con is the overheating issue of the Poco X3 GT. Now, it said it got cooling like the 2.0 cooling system, but it is not working currently because of the MIUI. The version it got when I bought this phone, it got MIUI 12. Now, after the day, I received an update on MIUI 13, so I'm not basically pro on MIUI because this is my first Xiaomi phone, so I updated it now. The overheating issue is not very hot, it's warm feeling on the hand, like playing Apex Legend, Call of Duty Mobile. Now, I got an update again, it's like 13.4, the MIUI version I got, like the new security patch. Now, the temperature is less now, it's like 10 degrees less, and it's still warm to the feel. So that's my first con of the phone. Now, the second issue is the MIUI software. It got a lot of bugs, but it's very minimal. But MIUI is a software that updates every month or so. It's not really an issue to the phone. The bugs that I encounter on this phone, it's like I randomly back to the homepage when I open an app and like the other games. That's are my only cons on this phone. Now let's go to the pros of the phone. The phone is overkill for the price. You can get 100 refresh rate screen and a flagship chipset. It can run every game on the Play Store. High graphics, low graphics, it doesn't matter. Performance never let me down. Now next to the battery life of the phone, it is great for a 5000 mAh battery. It can last me 5 hours without charging in one day. Now, the charging isn't a problem right now because you got 67 watts turbo charging. It can charge my phone for 47 minutes, 0 to 100. Now, I don't go for like dead battery. I usually charge my phone for like 30% or 40%. Now, it only take me for only 20 minutes of waiting time for fully charge. Now, the battery life isn't the problem either because you can last it all day without charging, and I'm using it for like heavy games and editing. So, the build quality of the Poco X3 GT is okay because the screen, it got the best glass you can get on a phone, the Corning Gorilla Victus. But the back is a polycarbonate plastic and I don't know the frame is made of, but I can feel it is plastic too. But it doesn't matter because the phone feels solid and no bending at all. Now, for the quality of the camera is amazing. Again, for the price. Now, I'm not normally taking pictures of me and taking pictures of anything like the sky, but I'm going to tell you it's great on personal. But the front video is like very saturated video. It's like I edited, but you can always still edit the video. Now, it can record up to 4K 1080p, stable and smooth frame rate. Now, I don't know what's the magic of this camera because when you're using it for a video, it is so smooth. When you go to the angle, it's like a buttery smooth experience. I don't know what they use for the stability, but it is great. You can record up to 4K at 30 FPS with no issue, but do not record long time with 4K resolution because it will overheat. That's all of my pros on this phone, because my old phone is like a budget phone, is Realme 5i, and I can get this upgrade like I bought a flagship phone. This phone is amazing. You can get 8GB of RAM or 123 to 256GB of ROM, and you got plus 3 memory extension, so there is no problem at multitasking. I'm going to answer to all of your question. Yes, the Poco X3 GT is amazing till this day, but I'm not going to recommend it because Poco X4 GT is out now. You can get it for the same price with the early bird price. Now, for the Poco X4 GT is amazing too. The phone is a big update for X3 GT, but if you're on a budget, Poco X3 GT right now, do not hesitate, just buy.